bigger power puncher is, there's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood, Tom. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Beautiful counter shot. Lucky that hook didn't score. He misses with that jab. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Well, you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
One punch could change everything in this battle. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. The three judges agree, and we've got a unanimous decision.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what...
starts to shout. Yeah, you know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. Yeah, spill venom out the side of my pores. We came to battle, we came for war. Digging in the mud, carry across the globe. No matter the weather, rain, sunny or snow. I guess all the sacrifice was worth it. The pain made perfect and gave me a purpose, yeah. And I still don't get no breaks. And you bout to learn why if you in my way. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. Win the title. I don't have to think too heavy, I can remember. The city center's hella cold in the December. The roads that I'm from will turn you to a contender. I'm a Jean-Claude Van Damme, there's no surrender. You didn't know money when the bally meant this trallies up. When I'm saying money, I'm not talking about Pacquiao. It's funny how the tables turn. You're not Ricky
It's time to fight. It's King Rye. Julio.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
They'll be fighting up. And that's the opening bell, round 1. Right hand, right on point. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Back and forth they go. The media expects a lot from this fight under the stars here at night.
Now things have cooled down. Now the fans are heating it up again. They've been excited, waiting for this. How have they prepared for this, these fighters? This is going to be so hard, but so different.
They both want the knockout. Just misses right uppercut. If you're a counter-puncher, then basically you do the counter-attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That left hook won't score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
Get your mind. Get your foot.
Here we go. It's round two. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
Both men step back for just a moment. That punch lands. These two fighters are made for one another. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
That counter punch caught him clean. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Trying to land that jab. Well done with that counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Unlucky to miss with that jab. A very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't...
This guy.
On to the third. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punched him, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They both want a highlight reel knockout. And he misses with that jab. Missing with that jab. A perfect counter shot. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good counter punching. That jab won't score. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. That hook just can't find the target. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker.
Here we go to the fourth round. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
There's a scoring blow. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You'd like to see more jabs. Big shot, and down goes Garcia. Imagine seeing this punch punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
That's lights out right there. One, two, three, four. Give me your ball.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once, you got away with it. You can do it again.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes. On to the fifth we go. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Having so much...
And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
Shot from... 1, 2, 3, 4. You still want to fight.
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Nice job getting that punch through. Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fighter Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
These two featherweights are going to let their hands go, you know that.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around her. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. And he just missed with that left jab. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Let's talk about Chavez in that last round. They say no one knows a fighter better than their trainer, and this trainer is certainly considering maybe throwing in the tap.
Now you've let him back into it.
There's the bell to start round 6. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
And that jab just missed with the left hand. So much for boxing. This is a fight. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Halfway through the round and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Incredible work rate. They exchange punches. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down. Did you see that? Wow, what a shot! And it's over! A home run swing, and that will do it here. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
A shot from the gods took him out.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Oh, what a shot.